Well, hello there. I'm very sorry for the delay. For tonight's webinar, I made a mistake about how I set up YouTube. Yesterday went very, very well. Today I had some problems with what I was doing, so I apologize again about that. Yeah, so I'm excited to be here. And I'm going to make sure that everything is okay here. Just kind of getting everything set up. And I'm hearing myself, and I don't know why. That didn't happen yesterday. So let's see. I'm going to wait for people to maybe show up because they're of the problem with the link. So hopefully we'll have a new link going here. What a shame. I'm very sorry about this. New link for tonight. But that's okay. You know, we just learn what to do and not to do. Fortunately, yesterday went really well. So I'm happy about that. I have a lot of fun doing these webinars. And so thank you for your patience. And thank you for waiting for me for about 2 minutes while I let my list know that there's a new link. Yeah, we'll edit this here. And let's see, new link. So I'm very sorry. Yeah, there's just so much to do when you do a do-we-do. That's funny. All right, so I'm here tonight, and what I'm going to be talking about is my 3-step system. And I'm very excited about my system because it is working for people. And the key point about the system is getting people to speak like a native speaker. And that is one of the most important things to be able to do. And one of the reasons I've done that is because I am here in Japan. And being in Japan, I've worked with people learning English for over 25 years. And in my 25 years of teaching, I've noticed that people have a very difficult time of wondering how much to say, when to say it, how to say it. And that's what I really want to help people with. So that's what I'm here tonight to help you with. And let's see here. So I'm going to be talking about my 3-step system. And my 3-step system is your answer plus basics, mind mapping, and then timed speaking. Your answer plus basics works with giving more than a 1-word or 1-sentence response. It's making sure that you give a 3-part answer for everything that you do in the beginning, because what you're doing is you're building a habit. Everything I do, everything you do is a habit. And a habit is a repeated action that you can do without thinking. So speaking in your native language, like I'm speaking in my native language now, I don't have to think about it. It's a habit through years of training. And it started when I was born. People started talking to me. I was watching and I started copying. I went to school and I got it ingrained in my head. So it became a habit. Just like brushing your teeth. Most everything of what we do is a habit until we try something new. Then it's not a habit, then it's a headache. So for my native Japanese audience, your learning of English has been for testing. It's been in English language classes where the teacher is the higher person in the room, and much respect is supposed to be shown to the teacher. So you don't question, you don't argue, you don't give a lot of information. You're very polite. And it's very true about foreigners who visit Japan. They're treated as guests because Japan is a fairly homogeneous country. Not completely. So then is it homogeneous? Well, that's a good question for another time. But you've developed a habit of being reserved about speaking English. And many people are shy about speaking anyway. You know, even in the United States, where I'm from, many people are very shy because we forget conversation is not a me, it's a we. And conversation is about me connecting to you or you or you and sharing, exchanging information. That's the really exciting part about conversation. That's the part that I love, is finding out new things. And I know with people, friends, family members, coworkers, acquaintances, they can tell me the same story 2 or 3 times. I always find out something new. We never tell the story the same way. That's important to know. Because if you're always searching for the exact way to say something each time, it's not natural. So let's go back to Answer Plus Plus and the basics. And that's teaching you to have 3 extra pieces of information. So I'm going to screen share right now. Let's see, here we go. All right. Ooh, high five. Emailed my list. And let me move this. What was that? Okay, I don't know. Oh, I don't need, oh, that's the one that didn't work. I don't know what I did. It's a live dashboard, but it just did not work. It's crazy. Okay, so in looking at the Answer Plus Plus 3-step system, one way, if you signed up for this webinar, then you got the training materials that go with this. And you can get the training materials by signing up or emailing me at conversationkatie@gmail.com. And there's a link that you can go to where you can take a survey that shows you what Answer Plus Plus is. I don't have the English version of this up yet. I will get that up though. Because one of the great things is that I've started working with native speakers and advanced speakers to help them train to have conversation and communication excellence. So this is just a little mini survey that shows you how to do Answer Plus Plus. Then, Dean Fujioka is a very talented actor and singer and performer, and he speaks 4 languages, so I used him as my example. And remember, Answer Plus Plus is giving your basic response and then 2 extra pieces of information. And there are a million ways to respond. And that's what I want you to understand, is that You don't have to find the perfect way to say the same thing every time. You can answer differently. That's fine. So if Dean Fujioka were asked, "Are you going to learn another language?" This example would be a separate response to the question, "Are you going to learn another language?" Let's get that down. Each response answers the question no and adds 2 pieces of information. So you can see that here. Oops. No, no, no. And that's just for your practice. Practicing 3 different ways to answer so that you know that you'll have at least 3 different ways to answer the same question. And we have your plus plus for everything and your plus plus. And that's the first step in the training that you're doing. Then what you could do is you would have a continuous response. Write no and continue from there. The response to the question is given just one time, no. Are you going to learn another language? And here you see the no, that's the answer. And then answer plus plus continues. I'm not, I'm continuing to learn English. My dream is to perform and travel. Travel, then Australia pops into his head. And you go on many different tangents. The key point is for you to start creating your conversation material. Start creating your responses, your ideas, your opinions, your thoughts. Start putting those on paper. Start speaking those out loud so that when a conversation happens, you're ready. Studying from a book is great. You know, studying from a book is wonderful. And we need to study from books. They're perfect for learning grammar and vocabulary. But when you're ready and when you're studying conversation, you need to study your material. Your material? Yes. Create it. Create your own material. And that is what my system teaches you. You don't have to take a class with me. You don't have to go to a workshop with me. You don't have to do anything with me. You can follow my blog, or you can learn the 3-step system, and then you're off, and you'll know how to study on your own your material so that you can express yourself, your ideas, your thoughts, and your experiences. It's perfect. It's great. So let me screen share with you again just to show you going to my blog. And there's a lot of material on my blog that you can find. I'll be picking my blog up again in January. But there's always 5 ways to say it. There's a worksheet that shows you examples. And then you can do it. So you'll be speaking nonstop anytime, anywhere. And you can download the worksheet. I'll show you where that is. I'm not very talkative. There it is. you can download it and you can work on it, or you can make a graph and you can work on it that way too. So yes, there's a lot of material here, and this is step 2 and step 3. A lot of material for you to study on your own. Because you have to be studying your conversation material. You have to make what you study your own, which is really important. So again, what I'm stressing and pushing you is telling you that you need to do your answer plus studying on your own for your own material. Of course, you can get somebody to help you, and I'm very good at helping people, so I'd love to work with you. I have a 2-week private class that I teach anytime. And then I also have a 30-day Answer Plus Plus challenge where in your email box every day you get emails and a challenge for Answer Plus Plusing. And that helps you build the habit. But let's start right now building the habit. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get a stopwatch here online. Timer. And I'm going to have you answer a question. And we'll see how you do with 30-second non-stop speaking. It's good to have a measurement. It's very good to be able to measure how you're doing. And the best way to measure yourself is from a timer. Using a timer is a great way to measure how you're doing. Because for training, you want to be able to speak like a native speaker. And if you have had any conversations, at least with American speakers, possibly Canadian would be the same. Some British people might be the same also. But if you've had any conversations, you know they speak in mini speeches. And 30 seconds is a great mini speech to start with. 30 seconds is a great way to start with a mini speech. My computer's getting a little hot, so I'm going to lift it up here. But 30 seconds is a great amount of time for nonstop speaking. I've trained people to speak 3 minutes nonstop. And the wonderful thing is that most people want more time. You have a lot to talk about. You have so many stories inside of you. You have so much information about your country to share with other people. Perhaps you have business ideas that you want to bring to the world. It's really exciting. And here in Japan, there are a lot of tourists that are coming to this country. So there are more and more opportunities to be able to use your English. That's a great thing. All right, so I've set the timer for 30 seconds. And the question is, how is your day going? How is your day going? Now, it's nighttime, so, or if you're somewhere in the daytime, that's the question we're using. How is your day going? How is your day going, or how did your day go? How is your day going? So when I say begin, I'm going to ask you, and I want you to start talking and don't stop until I say stop. All right, I'm setting the timer. How is your day going, or how did your day go? Okay, that's 30 seconds. All right, great. How was that? Were you able to speak for the full 30 seconds? Or did you speak for a little bit and then stop? I promise you, speaking nonstop for 30 seconds is just a matter of training. And that's what I'm going to teach you tonight, is the 3 steps to get you to speaking nonstop for 30 seconds. All right, so I'll go and I'll let you see how this is. Let me start this. So the question is, how is my day going? My day is going pretty good. I did some laundry this morning. That made me very happy. A little bit of cleaning. Then I went out for lunch and I met a friend. I had a delicious organic pasta, tomato sauce, at a restaurant called Afternoon Tea. I love their scones. Their scones are delicious. Now, actually, in the United States, I don't remember eating scones. I think I had, oh, that's 30 seconds. So you see, I could have kept talking. And you might be thinking, oh my gosh, that's just too much. And how do I know? I'm just having what pops into my head. And that's the training that you want, is that English starts popping into your head instead of Japanese English. So what I do also is speed training. Speed training is really important. So let's look at the first worksheet. And if you signed up, you probably got this. Whoops, I have to do a screen share. Where did that go? Just a minute. Here we go. All right. I'm going to share that. Okay, and let's go to our next handout. And I've got that here. And it's the fillable Sunday. So, okay. All right. So, yeah, remember, you want to prepare your responses about your ideas, your opinions, and your experiences. Let me make sure I've got the right one here. Okay, so we can use this. So we have, how is your day going? How is your day going? This is the one I did yesterday, yeah. Okay. And it's a great question in English, and it's a very, very common question. And I learned that in Japanese, it's not asked very often. I don't know if this translation is the right translation, so I'm sorry about that. So how is your day going? Let's see. My day, we'll change this to, let's keep it. My day is going well. I did laundry. And I met a friend for lunch. Now, I'm just going to continue. Lunch. What pops into my head is, we went to afternoon tea. Simple sentences. Just really simple sentences. I had the organic, excuse my typing, tomato sauce pizza. Not pizza, pasta. I also had scones and tea. And the more you write, the more you're breaking your habit of not saying enough. The more you write, the more you're creating a new habit and a new understanding that you have a lot to say. So we went to afternoon tea. I had the organic tomato sauce pasta. I also had scones and tea. After I went shopping. I bought cat food. My cats were very happy. There we go. So that's the first step. That's step one. You just want to practice, and it's very easy to make a graph. You can do this anywhere, on the train, on the plane, in the waiting room. So it's excellent for just writing your thoughts, your ideas, and your experiences. The next thing we do is step two. And step two is mind mapping. Now, I use this software called Coglit, but you can find software anywhere on the internet. And let me show you. I use my Bing translator. This makes it easier. Bing translator. Bing translator or Google translator is really good. Mind map. And the resources for mind mapping are incredible. There is so much on the internet about mind mapping. I mean, the hits are just huge. And then if you go to YouTube, you can also find a lot of stuff about mind mapping. All kinds of videos, explanations, teaching about how to do mind mapping, what it is, and how it works. Now, the mind mapping is step two in my three-part system, and it works as a memo. So you can see in the blog that the mind map, this was for we want the same outcome, the same goal, same end in mind. And it's just one word, one or two words, that's all you need. This is all you look at when you're doing step three. You keep it very simple because you know the grammar. All you need is an idea to pop into your head and you can say the rest. So we'll be working on doing a mind map with these three boxes. Here we go. Wow. Okay, here we go. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to do a new diagram, and that'll pop right up. And I'm going to call it day going. So I've got going well, afternoon tea, and shopping. These will be my three branches. 1, 2, 3. And here we go. Going well. Afternoon tea. And shopping. And I might just bring this in a little bit. There we go. That'll give me enough space to work with it. And so with going well, I've got laundry and friend for lunch. And laundry. And then for afternoon tea, I have organic tomato pasta. I've got pasta. And And I have scones and tea. And for shopping, I have cat food and cat's happy. Cat food, cat's happy. So this gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 points to hit in my speaking. Hit, 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 hit. But I'm going to add more points because that will ensure that my 30 seconds will be easy to talk through. So you want to have enough for 30 seconds. So my friend is a narrator. And we work talk. Oh, on a Sunday, that's what you want to do, is talk about work. Well, we did. And then laundry, feels good. I did 2 loads. Usually laundry I do every day. Every day I wash something. Makes it easy. Afternoon tea has many locations. The scones, you can have plain and then special. I like to get the different types. And they're not so sweet, which is my favorite. And I love the whipped cream and jam. And the pasta is really good. It's a special sauce. I think it's a secret sauce. And this restaurant seems to be all over. All over Japan. So you see, we're building up points to hit. And shopping, cat food I bought canned. Dry a little. And these are my 3 cats. Okay, so that should give us plenty to talk about. Let me stop screening. And so that's step 2. That is step 2. And the next thing that we do is we go to step 3. Step 3 is the timed speaking. This is a really important step. In the timed speaking, it's when you start working on speed and letting things pop into your head and keeping it simple. Simple is best. Simple is the most important point. And this is training that you do for conversation excellence. It's okay to go into a classroom and have the topic come at the moment. When you get the topic, you will learn how to make a mind map and be able to speak and hit all of those. Now, you won't always need a mind map. Mind map is for your initial training. When you're building the habit and when you're getting the trust of being able to speak on your own. So this is training, just like training wheels. In a sense, it's getting you to build up new muscles. New muscles for speaking and new confidence for speaking too. I'm just going to check my email and make sure, because I had to change the link for this, which, yeah, that's too bad. But sometimes it doesn't always work out. And I'm just getting over a cold too, so my head might have been a little bit when I did this. So thank you for staying with me and watching the webinar. I appreciate it. You can always watch it again too. All right, let's work with part 3. Okay. So part 3 is the timed speaking. And this is where you work with 30 seconds. So you want to make sure you have a 1, a 2, and a 3. And you always go back. So we're doing this 3 times. So your goal is 30 seconds nonstop speaking. You do the step 1, answer plus basics. And the step 2 is the mind mapping. You add the info from your answer plus basics to your mind mapping. You add more info. 1 or 2, at most 3 words. And step 3 is the 30 seconds, 3 times, 30 seconds, nonstop speaking. You do it 3 times. You always start at the same place. So we did our step 1, the answer plus basics. We did our step 2, mind mapping. We added the info from the answer plus basics. We added more info. We did 1 or 2, most 3 words. And we're on step 3, 3 times 30 seconds, nonstop, timed speaking. And we're always going to start at the same place. Number 1, number 2, number 3. So let's begin. My day is going well. I met a friend for lunch. My friend is a narrator, and we did work talk. We talked about work. I did laundry. Today I did 2 loads. It feels pretty good to do laundry. I do laundry every day. We went to lunch at afternoon tea. I love afternoon tea. Their pasta is delicious. And there's a special sauce in the tomato organic pasta. Oh, okay. So that's finished. So we'll do it again. Number 2, back to the same spot. My day is going pretty well. I met a friend for lunch, was a narrator friend. We talked about work. I did laundry. I did 2 loads. That feels good. I do laundry every day. I went to afternoon tea for lunch. I had the pasta, and it's a special sauce. It's just delicious. Afternoon tea has many locations. I also had scones and tea. I love the whipped cream. And the scones are not so sweet. And I like to have the plain and then the special. Oop. So you can see, we'll go back, try again, and we're just trying to hit every single point. Hit every single point. You go back to number 1 because it gets easier to say. The more times you say it, the easier it gets to say it so you can speak faster. Here we go. My day is going well. I met a friend for lunch. It was a narrator friend, and we talked about work. I did the laundry. I did 2 loads. That feels good. I do laundry every day. I went to afternoon tea. They have many locations. They're all over Japan. I had the scones and tea as well as the pasta. The pasta is a special sauce. The plain and special scone is delicious with the whipped cream and jam. It's not too sweet. I also went shopping. I went shopping for cat food. My cats are very happy. I bought cat. Okay. So the timer helps you pick up your pace. The timer helps you pick up your pace quite a bit. So this is our step 1. This is our step 1. That's not that. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I clicked off it. So you do your step 1, which are your answer plus basics. Then your step 2 is your mind map. And then your step 3 is your timed speaking. And this is training. This is training your brain to just start speaking. The timer and hitting all of your points means that you don't think in Japanese. You have no time to think in Japanese. You can only think in English. And you want to keep it just very basic English. It doesn't need to be a big, long sentence. Just short sentences for this first step for your training works really, really well. And I've had all success with the people I've worked with. In fact, I worked with an elementary school girl in November, timed her 30 seconds for the measure. We hadn't done any training yet. She could get one sentence out. That's all she could say. At the end of the training, at the end of the 3-step training, she spoke nonstop for 30 seconds. I almost cried. It was amazing. I loved it. So I know it works, and it's just helping you overcome the barriers. I'm working with this with native speakers too. It gives them the timer and the simple 3 thoughts, mind map, and then timed short speaking, 1 minute, just means your brain has no time to question you. What are you doing? What are you saying? What's going on? And when people do stop and try to go slowly, I push. And that's my coaching, to help you get through the discomfort or the lack of confidence that you have when you're speaking. I'm going to screen share for a moment. Whoops. That scared me. Screen share. Select a window to show in the video. It's never done that before. Okay, this one. All right. Okay, good. I think we chose the right one. Okay, great. So here we go. Yeah. So let me show you. I'm having a workshop in Nora in February, and if you're interested, please sign up. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's limited to 10 people, And it's just talking, 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 talking. That is what we're going to be doing. Communication excellence, talking, talking, talking. Even the sightseeing has communication built into it. And everything is just knocking down hurdles. We'll be knocking down hurdles. This includes everything. It's your hotel, it's my teaching, it's Japanese assistance. Yoshiko-san has been with me since 2014. She was my student. She did really, really well. And so I decided to ask her if she would like to work for me. And that's worked out nicely. So this is the itinerary. So if you're interested, that is one way that you can work with me, and you can go to my website and get that information. Another way to work with me if you want to, and I love working with people, I have a really good time, is the 30-day Answer Plus Plus challenge. And it's 30 days of prompts and studies in your email box, getting you in the habit of Answer Plus Plusing. Advice and tips and encouragement, downloadable worksheets, and that's 3,000 yen. Then there's also an Answer Plus Plus private 2-week lesson that you can do with me. And every day, I'm in there every single day with you. And then there's 2 30-minute calls, and there's the teaching and the coaching and the training. So that's just a short memo on how you can work with me. Now, if you have signed up for this webinar, I'm doing something different. I created an MP3. This is it. I created an MP3, and it's an imaginary conversation. You'll get this for free. You need to sign up, and if you don't get it, contact me and I'll send it to you. So let me just play it for you. I've thing here.
Katie Adler's Sunny Cafe Guided Visualization. It's a warm, beautiful afternoon. The sun is shining. You take a deep breath in and out. You feel the warm sun on your face. You have arrived at a welcoming coffee shop called Sunny Cafe. Sunny Cafe has delicious drinks, iced tea, hot tea, coffee, all kinds, and freshly squeezed juices. You open the door and hear relaxing music. You sit down at a table for 2. The door opens. You look up and see me. I'm meeting you for a fun chat. We wave at each other, and I sit down. You say, "Hi, Katie. It's good to see you. It's a beautiful day. Thanks for meeting me." Repeat. "Hi, Katie. It's good to see you. It's a beautiful day. Thanks for meeting me." I smile and say, "Oh, thank you so much."
All right, so that is a guided conversation, and you have to fill in the blanks. You have to fill in the blanks with what you say. So it's kind of fun. So that's a freebie that is coming your way. So let me get back here. All right, great. So I apologize for those who the link that I created last week did not work. It said dashboard on. I don't know what I did wrong. Yesterday worked fine. That was perfect. But thank you for finding me and for watching. I really appreciate it. So what you just watched, that's called the Sunny Cafe, Katie Adler's Sunny Cafe Guided Conversation. And you'll be listening to like a visualization. We're in the cafe, and there will be silence when I ask you a question. And that's when you fill in your information. Now, it's good, you can do it inside your head if you're on the train or if you're in a coffee shop. But it's really best. It's best to do your English conversation practice out loud. So if you can find a room in your house or a corner somewhere in the park or, I was even in a coffee shop one time and it was a Japanese couple, man and a woman. He had his book and he was reading English out loud. Didn't bother me. He was sitting right next to me, just very quietly reading out loud. And his wife was reading her book. She was not reading out loud. But I thought, wow, that's really neat. I think he'd been doing it for a while because he seemed very comfortable. And I thought, good for you, go out, have a nice cup of coffee and do a little bit of reading practice. So if you can find a place to do your answer plusing out loud, that's best because your ears hearing your English picks it up and it imprints into your brain much stronger than just in your head. The auditory, the sound going in makes a stronger impression in your brain than just thinking about it. Because you've got two things going on. You have your brain thinking the English, you've got your ears hearing the English, so all kinds of different pathways are being lit up in your brain. When you're speaking your English out loud, the spill-off effect or the spillover effect is that your English listening becomes easier. When you know how to speak quickly, when you know how to speak nonstop for 30 seconds or 1 minute or 2 minutes, your listening becomes stronger and it becomes easier for you to catch English. It's a great, great effect of learning how to speak like a native speaker and doing the practice out loud. It helps a lot. Your brain is on board. Our brains can change all the time. Our Well, this is, here's my thing. This is a crazy night. My Wi-Fi went to sleep. It's not asleep now. It went to sleep. So my connection got cut off. Oh my goodness, this is one of those nights. Didn't work. I got cut off once, got cut off. Okay, I hope that's 3. I hope that's finished. Oh my goodness. I'm very sorry. Okay, so let's go through the 3 steps one more time. But before we do that, we started this by me asking you, how is your day going? And we did a check, we did a measure. Let's try it again. Now that you've just watched how to speak nonstop for 30 seconds, maybe you're going to be able to talk for a longer period of time than you normally would, just by watching me and listening to me explain about how important it is to do nonstop speaking. So let's measure this again and see how you do. So let me ask you what I asked you at 8 o'clock. How's your day going? And are you ready? How's your day going? Oh, okay, you're finished. So what I'd like to have happen, especially for my Japanese students, is to have them learn to relax and to not be so self-conscious about your performance, because it's not a performance, it's a sharing. And as one of my friends who teaches English in Hong Kong says, sharing is caring. And I love that. I think that's so very true. And when I was in Hong Kong, the 2 women that I met, they're both married and living in Hong Kong and working, shared their experience of people speaking to them and saying, "Oh, you're Japanese. You can speak English. Wow." And these 2 women said it drives them crazy. It's embarrassing and it's shocking. And for them, speaking English is so normal. You know, they've lived in Hong Kong for quite a while, so they're used to speaking English, that they don't think it's unusual anymore. But they realize that when they go back to Japan, that yes, the majority of people do have trouble being confident and understanding that there are hurdles you can jump over successfully, and that you can train yourself to have good habits for approaching English conversation and learning how to enjoy English conversation as a sharing and as a way to get new experiences. So let me do a screen share again. I have to open this up a bit. There we go. And we'll do, well, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. Let's do the same thing, because the training that we're going to do, this question is going to be, have you read any good books or seen any good movies recently or lately? So let's try 30 seconds. I'm going to ask you, have you read any good books or seen any good movies lately? Let's try. So, have you read any good books or seen any good movies lately? Okay, that's 30 seconds. Great. So that's your measure for how you're doing. If you were able to fill up the full 30 seconds, perfect. Yay! High five. Woo! If you had some trouble, this training will help you. So let's go to our screen sharing. There we go. Desktop. All right. And we'll go back to our... My goodness, I'm just having one of those nights. Yeah, but remember, you know, English is a tool. It's a tool to create adventures. So start creating adventures with your tool. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. This is the one we used. That's not the one we used. Well, this must be number 3. I'll tell you what, I'm having so many problems tonight. It is just crazy. Saturday went really well. All right, let's see. What's this one? Okay, well, that's not what we used, but let's use this one. So have you read any good books or seen any good movies lately? So let's see. Yes, I read a book by Judy Blume. I read it in one day. It grabbed me immediately. And we'll do 3 separate. So this is 1, and this is 2. Yes, I'm reading a business book. It's on marketing. I have an online business, so I'm studying how to market. And let's do 3. Yes, I saw The Secret Life of Pets. It's a CG movie. Dogs and cats are so funny. Secret Life of Pets is a really good movie. I don't know, I can show you. Whoops. Oh, here we go. Oh, we'll do a new window. I don't know, in case you want to see it, it's really, really cute. And it's a safe movie for kids to watch, but it's adorable. It's just really, really cute. I've seen it 2 times. Actually, it's a movie that I would buy. So see, 30-second nonstop speaking. I started on one topic and woo, I'm going off on other topics. So this is step 1. Please watch The Secret Life of Pets. It's really cute. All right, there we go. Step 1. And then step 2, we'll get Coggle. Create diagram. This is free, absolutely free. And our topic is books, movies. We have 3 branches, 1, 2, 3. There we go. 3, and here we have book. Oops. Let's see how I can do this. Oh, sometimes this happens. That's all right, though. Oh, there we go. Movie. Okay, and so with the first book, this is by Judy Blume. Okay, we lost that. Boy, I'm having one of those nights. This has been a really hard night. Judy Blume, One Day. I read it. And grabbed me. And then the other book is on marketing. It's for an online business. Remember just 1 or 2 words. That's all you need. And I'm studying. Okay, yay. I'm going to squish this. And here we have the movie. Secret Life. I have 3 cats, so it's very funny. And yeah, my cats movie. My cats would make a good movie. They're very funny. They're very talkative. Funny and real at the same time. So here's my mind map with the information and then extra information. Step 1, step 2, and then step 3. Is the online stopwatch. Countdown, 30 seconds. And remember, the goal is 30 seconds nonstop speaking. Answer plus plus basics here. Mind mapping here. And then timing here. 3 times 30 seconds. Always start at the same place. That helps your fluency. So this will be number 1, this will be number 2, and this will be number 3. Let me put some extra information here. Judy Blume talks, she's child and adult, and always extra information helps you. Online class. Okay. Here we go. Set. Number 1. Books recently or lately, I read a book by Judy Blume. I read it in 1 day. It grabbed me. I gasped. I was shocked. She writes for children and adults, different genres. Another book that I read, or I'm reading right now, is on marketing because I have an online business and I have to study how to have an online business. It's very difficult. And then movie, I watched, the book is by Judy Blume. I'm taking an online class by Judy Blume on how to write books. She writes for children and adults. I read her book in one day. It surprised me. It grabbed me. Another book I'm reading is on marketing. I have an online business, and so I'm studying how to do marketing for it. A movie that I watched was The Secret Life of Pets. Oh, it's so cute. It's very funny, very real. I have 3 cats. Okay. Number 3. Book I read is Judy Blume, and I'm actually taking an online class on how to write from her. She's very good. She writes for children and adults. I read the book in one day. It just grabbed me. Another book is on marketing because I have an online business and I'm studying. A movie I saw recently was Secret Life of Pets. I've seen it 2 times. It's very funny, very real. I have 3 cats. My cats are very talkative. They would make a good movie. So the more you practice out loud, the better your speaking becomes and the better your listening becomes. So again, oh, wait a minute, cancel. I don't want to do that just in case. Let's try now doing it for you again. You had time to listen and watch the 3 steps. So now your brain is going, oh, okay, I think I get this. I think I can keep talking. So without you doing the steps, let's see if I ask you the question now. I'm going to set my timer, 30 seconds, and have you speak nonstop for 30 seconds. So are you ready? Let me ask you the question first. Have you read any good books or seen any good movies lately? Good. I hope you were able to speak a little bit more practice. So, there we go, okay. One more time, let me just show you how you can continue this training. At my website, it's free, my blog, and you'll get step 1, step 2, step 3, step 1, step 2, step 3. There's always a worksheet for you to download, and then you can do it yourself. And the timer is even here, so you can set it and do it right there. And then 5 ways to say it, because there is more than one way to say the same thing. And you can do this on grammar you learn or anything, but this is free training and free guidance. I have my workshop coming up in February. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. It's 58,000 yen, but it includes everything. The classes, the food, and the lodgings. It's very close to all of the sightseeing. And it's a long schedule. It's a big schedule. And then afterwards, there's a follow-up class. That's the best part. After the workshop, there's a follow-up online class. I love that because I want to make sure that you enjoyed the workshop, but that also you remember what to do and that you keep doing it. And then if you want to work with me privately, you can work with me privately There's a 2-week private lesson, and that's the online class, and then coaching also. That's 15,000 yen. And then there's a 30-day challenge, which is 3,000 yen. And that is every day you get a question or a comment that you answer plus. And there's advice and there are encouragement. So it's a great program. I had a lot of fun making it. Great. Okay, so thank you so much. And thank you so much for your patience with tonight. I mean, wow. First, the YouTube didn't work, and then I got cut off. My Wi-Fi went to sleep. Oh my goodness. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope your 2017 was really good. And I really hope that your 2018 is even better. I hope you're making targets and dreams and goals and things that you want to do. You know, it's so much fun. I travel around. When I was in Hong Kong, I took a cooking class, and I learned how to make pizza and this chocolate lava cake. Oh, it was really good. When I went to France, I took a cooking class in English. I made a pasta and a dessert and a salad. It was wonderful. Good wine, too. So English is just a tool, but you want to know how to get the most from the tool. And I think, you know, my instruction box can help you with that, so that you become a more confident and better able at communicating what you want to communicate in English. So thank you so much for being here. I don't see if there are any questions. I'm not sure if there's a place for you to write questions. But if you do have any questions, please email me at conversationkatie@gmail.com. My email address is on my website. I have an assistant who can respond in Japanese, can help you in Japanese. She's going to be at the workshop. So if you have any trouble or if you need any help, Yoshiko-san can assist you. She's been with me since 2014. She was initially my student, and she did all the work. She did all the work, and she improved drastically. So I hired her to be my assistant because she knows my system inside and out. And that's exciting. So she is exhibit A of what can be done. And as I've said, I've taught and I've coached many people, and I'm starting to teach and coach native speakers too, to become better able to express themselves and communicate clearly in English. Which I guess in the United States, speaking in public or speaking is a number 1 or number 2 fear. Many people have it. So learning how to relax, that it's just expressing your ideas, your thoughts, your opinions, but study how to do that. Write your ideas, write your opinions, write your thoughts. Take a newspaper headline, write your thoughts, speak them out loud, hide the paper, make a mind map, time it, and then put the timer away, and then try again. That's how you become better. So thank you so much. Have a great week. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Oh, you can always buy my offerings as gifts for somebody. So that's always good. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season, and all of my best to you. Good night.